Yeah, people, Friday evening, and you know what? There's nothing better than chilling with your boys, Mark, MUFC, and the Waffle Don. It ain't gonna be a rave ting, DJ ting where we say, pull up selector. It's gonna be a nostalgic, you know what I mean? It's chilly out there. And we want to talk about, we want to just go back to the future. We're going to go back, way back. 1999 was the year before the millennium, where everyone had all that fear, when the clock striked and people were thinking, oh, the world's going to end. Well, the world ended for me in 1999 in that semi-final. Arsenal won, Man United 2. But what a game it was, Mark. What an absolute game. What can I say? An advertisement, for the Premier League back them days. Both teams were kind of like getting into their strides. Both teams were like, this was the real rivalry back then in the 90s, yeah? Arsenal, Man United. Some of these kids these days, they won't even recognize that, when they're seeing all the teams playing now. But this was a real rivalry. But I don't know, Mark. Take me back to the memories of them days, because I know you got a big smile on your face right now. Yeah.
Well, I mean, them days I was a young fella, bro. See, like I was about 12, somewhere around there. But
Oh, you
still, a
wasn't
young
about
brother.
12. Don't give me none of that. You weren't 12 years old.
Probably could be a little older than that, bro. You know what I mean? Because 1999 was a big year, bro. Big year for Man United in all terms and principles. No matter how you swing it, it was arguably one of the biggest years of our history. If you were in positive settings, the biggest years in our history, because we had some big years in our history and some of them was not that positive. But that year, we seemed to did everything right. Shout out to Noah in the building.
Big
Big
up
up to
to Noah in
everyone
the
coming
building.
in.
Big
You know
up.
how it is, guys. But don't forget to smash the likes and subscribe as we go back. We
100%.
will be going back and we'll be discussing, and we want you guys to help us because you all new and have memories as well. And please let us know in the chat as well what you guys thought, how you guys felt in those moments, because when we talk about this season in particular, we're talking about a specific game. We're not talking about the league yet. We're not talking about the UCL yet. We're talking about, it wasn't UCL, it was European champions.
Is that the
of
year you
Eu-
lot won the treble?
Yeah?
Is that the
Yeah.
year you lot?
We was bad boys from it was the baddest of the bad boys that year. Because
Wow.
it
Yeah.
was one of those years. And I feel like a lot of people, they say it what they will. You have to put it down to the fact that this team was generational in a sense, and everybody was geared with the idea ready to win, and it's one of those things that you don't really see so much in the modern days. You see it sometimes, but you don't see it like you used to see it back then, because back then when you see players play, just the energy and the emotions alone in the game, these players giving their all. They go in everything, on everything, because they need to get everything at the end of that 90 minutes plus extra time. And of course, that was back then, it was Fergie time era, you know what I mean? The refs. Yo, that was a big game, and I have to say, I can't talk about that game and not talk about that Giggs goal. But if I talk about the Giggs goal, I still have to talk about the Schmeichel save. Yeah, the FA Cup, bro, was that
Oh,
was
this Michael shave as well, you know. I forgot about that, you know.
you can't forget about that, bro. That save make the game. If not for that save, and I'm telling you, bro, if not for that save, it could have been different. History could have been rewritten. It might
Mm,
have been Arsenal, the real Reds, not United, but the Red Devils that didn't
mm,
give up that heart, bro. They didn't let it loose. They was
mm,
like, we are the real team in red this year. You know what I mean? All they go be, we're the white gunners. We're white gunners,
mm.
Calm down. Pat down a little bit. Sometimes so it is go. You know what I mean? So it is go. And I would say one of the biggest moments, it had plenty moments in the game, but one of the biggest moments, you could see it from this image here, in my honest opinion. Like, that was one of the big moments in the game that could have been a penalty. I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember that moment. Yeah. Schmeichel came out, Lundberg was there, and the ball, it wasn't there. But they clashed. And everybody was like,
Yeah.
penalty,
Yeah.
red card.
Yeah.
And the ref said, get on with it.
You know who it was? He was Richard Ellery, that referee, man. Shout out to Bradley Brugman.
Big up
Brogman.
to Bradley.
Yeah, big up Bradley, man. Can I get a shout out? Big up to you, my bro.
But he's a good referee because for a kind of rivalry of the likes of Man United
He
and
was a
Arsenal.
head school teacher at Harrow in the Hill, man. This guy.
So he's an upright standing guy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Man's a school teacher, so he leading by example. Back then we had referees with real cojones, real vibes, and real impartiality. I don't know about the referees nowadays. These referees nowadays, they want to be as much stars as the players. And in all fairness, it's not about them. It's about the players and about the game.
Superstars now, innit? Refs want to be superstars now, innit? They want to take all the attention. But anyway, I don't want to talk too much about referees because this is a classic game. Yeah, this was an absolute. It was at Villa Park, wasn't it? The game, innit? If you can
Yeah,
remember,
Villa
yeah, I
Park.
can remember right. I remember watching this game, and obviously I'm a little bit older than you, yeah. And that moment when Bergkamp missed the penalty, or the keeper saved it, I just thought, we're not winning this, man. We're not winning this. And then a few moments later, Vieira gives the ball away, and then Giggsy does a madness, yeah, an absolute madness, yeah. Bro, how many players did he twist up, man?
Brother.
You see, man doing the janky, yeah, man.
All I remember was Giggs kit blowing because back then Giggs kit so big.
Yeah,
And
and
Giggs
he's
so
like that, and he runs
stunted.
away, takes his
And
top off, innit?
he run and his hand is be flapping.
Yeah.
His hand is be moving that kind of way, and they just see that jersey blowing, bro.
Yeah.
All I see is Giggs twist left, twist right, and then he cut. And with that cut, bro,
and the finish.
The finish. One thing men them can't say about Giggs, bro. Giggs finishing. See, beyond elite. It's how real players nowadays don't have that level of accuracy. And you know what's funny? It's fun, yeah. Even average players back in the day was little in front of goal. Like, I don't know. Where all these nerves coming from with all these players? Like, how good are you, bro? You know what I mean? Men them is laugh, but you had to laugh, bro, because if not, you'll cry. Because when you look at men like Burkamp and that Virginia hugging up in that picture, I can't remember if that was Keown or if it was in the substitute too. I come on the pitch.
Which one? Which one? The Bergkamp one.
Yeah. When you see men like that, it's Keown. Burkamp and Keown, right? Yeah, it's Keown.
You look different there, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right before he missed. That's right after he missed the penalty. When he hung him up and tell him, say, "You'll get it back. You'll get it back." And this way, Burkamp, bro, lethal. Yeah, plenty reason why all it didn't really go as far as all it could have gone because Burkamp didn't like to fly on planes and things.
Yeah.
You had to take the bus. You had to let he go days before in advance because he not flying. Burkamp don't trust no plane. He ain't getting on that machine. I tell all you fellas.
He's doing the A team BA Baracus thing, man.
Yeah.
Mm, yeah, man.
But like I say, bro, like some of these guys, even as a rival, you can appreciate watching them play, boy, because the quality that they have, it's exciting, yeah. You know, you don't
Mm,
want them to win, but you want to see them look good at the same time, and it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? Hard to
yeah,
beat. I don't know how to say to explain that to the youths and them nowadays about the football we just be watching because I don't know. It somehow feel like it watered down, bro. You know that kind them ones there. You know
yeah,
when it's, you now start buying Snapple, it used to taste like super fruity,
yeah,
but now the Snapple now it tastes like they just like they're adding some powder to water and
yeah.
give it to and it's more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild because bro, it's like we lost the essence of what these players don't have the essence anymore. They're so focused on they want to play UCL, they want to play here, they want to be this, they want to do that, but they ain't winning on the pitch week in week out. And we talking about our game here with men like Giggs. Imagine making up a starting 11, a combined 11 out of these players.
We
When
got
you have
BBK.
Schmeichel on one side, you have Siemens on the next side. They don't know about this kind of life in the modern day, bro.
They
You know
don't
what I
know.
mean?
They don't know. They don't know. They don't know about these things. But listen, let's I'm trying to think who scored the goals in that game, you know. Was it
Beckham, Giggs, and I
and
believe it
Vieira? Was it Vieira?
was Vieira.
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
Vieira
Vieira scored the
bullet.
goals. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bro, we got to do a combined 11, you know. So let's just give the people the lineup on that day, yeah. So let me share the screen and show the people what the lineup is, innit? Big up to BBK and the BBK Sports and AFC Always. I know AFC Always and BBK would have watched this game, man, but big up to you every single time, man. But I think I've got a little wiki here. Let me just bring that up. Boy. Hold on. Let me share this. Can you see that?
Yeah, yeah.
You can see it.
Hmm.
Looks a bit small though, isn't it?
It looks a bit smaller. I read already line up for the team. That's a
Oh,
small
come
thing.
on.
I could do that. You know. So, guys, as you know, this is Man United versus Arsenal, FA Cup 1999. One of the biggest games in FA Cup history. It was a semi-final, guys. So, if you want to know, this was the semi-final between Arsenal and Man United that Man United went on to win the treble after winning the semi-final. And I think the
Madness.
semi-final had a lot to do with Man United winning the treble because if you look at the lineup, we'll start with Arsenal first. In goal, you have the likes of David Seaman. Then you have defensive Lee Dixon. You have centre backs Tony Adams, captain Martin Keown, left back Nigel Winterburn. And guys, you know Winterburn sounding like a name,
Oh,
but
hold on.
don't let it
Adams is
fool
the
you, bro.
captain. Adams would have been the captain, isn't it?
No, Adams was the captain, but
Yeah.
I always say it's Keown, bro. I don't know why, bro. In my head,
Nah,
in my
man.
mind. Ray Parlour, right midfield, centre midfield, Patrick Vieira, and another interesting centre midfielder was Emmanuel Petit. I don't know much people who know if you all know about who Petit was, but that brother was a very, very good Frenchman. Everybody talk
Yeah,
about
man.
Zidane, but Petit was very instrumental to France in the '98 World Cup as well. And if people
Mm,
don't know, they know that guy. If he
mm.
was not there, maybe France didn't win that World Cup. You know what I'm
Proper
saying?
DM as well. Proper DM as well, man.
Attacking midfielder, well, on the left would have been Frederick Ljungberg. Of course, you must know the Swede. He's rocked the red hot, red fiery, red hairstyle with the
Hmm.
mohawk. I used to
Hmm.
rock a mohawk as well. I think mine was cooler, but it wasn't red. I would just say that. Of course, up front, ahead of him, they had the likes of Freddie,
And now,
Dennis Burkamp,
yeah,
and Nelka, another Frenchman. This was the French Connection United Kingdom, brothers. If all they don't know that brand, or they don't know Arsenal. Because that brand come out because of Arsenal, because that brand was named after Arsenal's French connection. You understand? Because
Exactly.
Arsenal was the French boys.
Mm-hmm.
When you watch Arsenal a long time, half of Arsenal team playing for France, starting
Mm-hmm.
for France too. Because if you
Mm-hmm.
look at the bench, they still had Robert Pires to come off the bench.
Yeah.
Another French player who was starting in the French team that won the World Cup. These players all played for France. And this was through Arsene Wenger. Of course, you guys know. I'm a Man United fan, so the big boys coming up next. And of course, under Sir Alex Ferguson, we had the likes of Peter Schmeichel, Gary Neville, Ronnie Johnson, Dream centre back, Yap Stam, Philip Neville. Of course, there are some average guys who do their job. That was Philip Neville, bro. I mean, Gary was the real star of the twins, but Philip, bro, don't have much defenders as good as
He
Philip
done a
right
job,
now.
you know.
Right now,
He done a very
right
good job.
now, Philip would probably be rated like men used to rate this guy who's played for Liverpool on the left side. What's his name? Yeah, the one who come from
Robertson.
Robinson. And I think I think he's still better than Robinson on the ball, in my opinion. You know what I mean? He had David Beckham, right midfield, of course, bend it like Becks. That's where it came from. That's where that phrase came from, because when he bent that goal, Arsenal fans was crying. You know what I mean? Nicky Butt, the good old Nicky Butt. And I say that because, in my honest opinion, guys, a lot of people might disagree, but he was our average guy, our other average guy in the team that gave us a job every time he was on the pitch. Because I would always say that he was just warming up the position for the one and only Paul Scholes, the greatest midfielder that ever came from England, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys dispute. You can. That's up to you. But in reality, I will disagree. Shout outs to the El Capitan, Roy Keane in the building. Left midfielder Jesper Blomqvist. And if you don't know the other Swede in the building, he was terrifying as well. He had a lot of time and fun on the opposite side of the park from his boyfriend Youngberg, because they were very good friends, grew up together as well. Centre forward was Teddy Sheringham, an old Sherry. He was the sheriff in the building on the day he wasn't able to get himself on the score sheet, but he certainly made a nuisance of himself, to Simon. And of course, on the bench, you have the likes of Andy Cole as well, ready to come on. Who started in front of him would have been Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who I would call the amazing super sub, but he got the
Mm.
nod that day. I think Dwight York was nursing injuries, fresh off of the Champions League tie earlier on that week. And of course, Andy Cole was there with him. So they were opted to start from the bench. And in this game was well fought, hard fought. I believe, if I'm not wrong, Arsenal took the lead with a Vieira bullet just before the 17th minute. I could be wrong, but it was somewhere very early in the first half. And United had to fight to make a comeback and to earn a goal at the half. I think that goal came from the likes of David Beckham, who, from a free kick on the right side of the top of the box there, he bent it around the wall. And that's where they started talking about the whole bend it like Beckham. That's where that came from. And of course, the winner came from none other than Ryan Giggs. But let's talk about who we're gonna put in goal, because the interesting topic is
You
Simon
know what? You see, with
versus Michael.
the goalkeeper, there is no debate, bro. When it comes to goalkeepers, man, Peter Schmeichel was the best goalkeeper in the world. I'm not. That's one thing that we're not going to debate. But before we debate, we do the starting lineup. Share. Make sure everyone in the chat is subscribing to Mark MUFC, and make sure you're slapping a like and all of that. I'm going to put his channel in the description in a moment. Let me just do that right now. Hold on a sec. But before we do that, Mark, I want to go through like the players, in both teams, who is world class, and who you think is world class, who you thought was world class in terms of like
Everybody,
players. Everyone
everybody
there?
on that pitch, bro. I ain't see a player on that pitch who not world class, bro.
Ross,
Bro,
where's your
you
channel,
gonna
man?
tell me Lee Dixon wasn't world class?
Yeah,
You gonna
I'm
tell,
just asking you in it. I'm asking you in it.
bro? I mean, I might downplay Butt and Philip Neville, but them brothers was world class, bro. But bro, when you win as much trophies, playing as many games as them fellas playing and win, and at that time, I would say hands down, that the Premier League was definitely high flying. Every team was a destructive team with destructive players on it. You had to be very good to win. It was more competitive. And teams back then, they used to defend as heavy. Everybody was trying to come and win. Of course, they had defensive style teams that played 4-4-2, 4-5-1, and these things, 5-4-1, and these things, but they wasn't so defensive like how these low blocks they have now. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I think it was a more attacking style of football, and it was more expansive in the sense that not everybody was trying to do the same formation, not everybody was trying to do the same things. People would be playing a single striker, and the single striker would have different roles. One would be trying to get in behind, one would be dropping deep. You know what I mean? Everybody had different ideas of how they would run a 4-4-2 or 4-5-1 or a 5-4 or a 5-3-2 or a 3-5-2 or whatever it was they was playing 4-1-2-1-2. Everybody was running it slightly different, and it was interesting to watch. Big up to Box in the building.
Yeah, big up to Box in the building, man. Big up to you, my brother. We're gonna go for the team anyway, ourselves anyway. Yeah. Okay, so I've got this. I've just found this page here, so I'll be able to add. Just keep a memory of the. Keep a kind of memory of the players if you can, yeah, or I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Peter Schmeichel, no argument about that, yeah. There's definitely not no argument about that.
No arguments there.
What are we playing? Are we doing a 4-4-2 or
4-4-2, bro? 4-4-2.
Yeah, oh, that's cool. That's how it was back in the day, innit?
It had no 4-4-3-3 there, bro. I mean, Arsenal was playing 4-4-2. We was playing 4-4-2. We gotta run 4-4-2.
Let me just sort something out. Hold on a second. Hold on. So this screen here. Can you see the screen? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So right back. You see, I've got the pretty colors. I've got the team and everything as well. Yeah. Right back. So Gary Neville, Lee Dixon.
Gary Neville, bro. I like Lee Dixon, but Gary Neville gotta take that one because I was already planning that we'd take the right side of defense. And the two players for Man United.
So in comparison, yeah, I rated both of them, innit? But I'm not gonna. do you know what? I'm in one of them moods where I just can't be bothered to argue, yeah. But I think both of them, they're pretty similar. I think Lee Dixon was more quieter type of right back, while Neville was more aggressive. And when you're having a season like you guys were having, yeah, obviously Neville's going to get more recognition, and for you guys to win what you did, it just goes to show, yeah, that he must have been on levels on something that season. So I'll give you him,
bro. I don't want to downtrod Lee Dixon by saying this, but hands down, it had to be Gary Neville, boy. Because as much as people would say things about Gary, as a player, he was the very best, bro, in that right back position. One of the very best. You had to bring a Cafu to bench him in these kind of situations.
Get out of here, man.
Nah, bro.
Cafu, yeah.
Bro, how much men benching Gary Neville, bro, in that era? How much men really benching Gary Neville, bro? Let's be honest.
What? Okay, so in terms of defensive qualities, Gary Neville was sound, innit? Do you know what I mean? He used to look up most people, innit? But he was also a little bit of a dirty beast.
No, I mean, but that was the
he was a dirty, and he got away with a lot, bro. He got away with a lot.
Yeah, but you must
shout out to Rashid in the building.
Well, of course, we saying Cafu was is the best right back, but that's why I said you had to bring Cafu to bench my man. If you ain't going on, if you're bringing somebody to bench Gary.
Cafu, no one in Man United can ever chat to Cafu. Yeah? You know what I mean? I would say Valencia was. I'm not going to say compared to Cafu, but Valencia for you
no
man,
cigar, but
decent
close,
as well.
Close.
Would you say Valencia was better than Gary Neville? Because I think he was up there, bro. Because man could shoot, man could score as well.
Nah, bro. Gary,
Valencia
boy.
can score goals.
Bro, they need to get past Gary, bro. Gary was a dog. You don't route run Gary. You don't beat Gary. And Gary used to do it right. He was
Big up to the
cross, yeah.
Eagle Talks
You know what I
football. Yeah,
mean?
big up to
Big
Eagle
up to
Talk.
Eagle in the building.
Yeah, hey, this is a mad stream today. 34 people in the building. Make sure you like and subscribe, man. This is gonna be heated. Nah, it's not gonna be heated. It's my boy, innit? But big up to everyone in the building, man. Anyway, okay, so let's go to the centre backs now. So your centre backs, you've got who's your centre? Ronnie Johnson.
Ronnie
And who's the third?
Johnson
I
and
can't even
Gap
remember
Sam.
Ronnie Johnson. I
Ronnie
can't even
Johnson.
remember Ronnie
But
Johnson.
okay, let me do fight on Ronnie Johnson. I was going to give the right centre back to Adams because
Yeah,
he's the big
I'm
man.
taking that.
And of
No,
course I
yeah,
rate
Adams
him
can
as well.
class.
I have to say, like my brethren had Adams kit, Adams jersey. I don't know where he get it from,
Adams
but
was class,
you know,
man. Adams
he
was a
was
different.
class.
Adams didn't have pace, yeah, but his reading of the game as a centre back was world class, bro. Yeah, people can talk about, you know what I mean, his exploits out off the pitch, but brother, you know what I mean, I went to university with this guy, innit? And this guy was a different type of level centre back, bro. You know what I mean? These type of centre backs, you don't see them in the modern game as much, man. Do you know what I mean? No pace, but was able to read it, you know what I mean? And he was decent with his feet as well. People don't realize how good Adams was with his feet as well, bro.
Bro,
Yeah,
Adams was very good,
he
bro.
was a very good. So yeah, I'm getting one in there. So let me put
That why Keon used to dream about being captain for as long as he dreamt about it.
Adams. Okay.
Keon.
Make sure you slap the likes, people. Yeah. So where's Arsenal? Where's Arsenal? So our first one's in there. Which kit we going with? We're gonna just go with this one. So Tony Adams. Oh, what happened there? Tony Adams slots next to. Hey, this team's looking mad, you know, already, you know, my brother.
Brother.
Okay, so Tony Adams, Yapstam is. I don't even want to even debate Yapstam over Martin Keown. Okay.
Well, obviously, that I mean, you had to be strategic here.
Of course,
you know what I mean.
I have to. Yapstam. Is it 2A? How do you spell his name?
Yep. Double A with the in the Jap. JAAP and Stam. Yeah.
JAAOP and then Stam. Yeah, it's Yapstam. And we just put them Man United kit again. Man United.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Really rotted.
Man United. Okay, so now
I'll give you the left center. I'll give you the left back.
Who's the left back? Winterburn.
Yeah, we will get Winterburn.
Was it Winterburn that played that game? Yeah.
Winterburn, of course, is Winterburn, bro.
Yeah.
Of course, it's Winterburn.
Okay.
And you know the funny thing, bro.
I
This
thought you
man
was gonna
had a name. I
argue.
used to laugh.
Huh?
No, because you see, bro. Listen, I as a man like Winterburn, even when back in the day. Not just because he was a good player, but I also like his name now.
Yeah.
I used to always be wondering Winter and Burn, how it come together, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He had to be on fire playing with ice, some kind of mad thing. I don't know. But I think he was a very good left back. I think, you know, if I was to compare him to Phil Neville, I think he was a little bit better at reading the game than Phil Neville. I think he was a bit more sound defensively. And I mean, Phil Neville was good, you know, but he wasn't really, you know, the Gary Neville. Gary Neville was where the light was. He was the spark on the right side. Phil used to just, you know, do his job, you know, that kind of way. He was a little bit more reserved than Gary in a kind of way. And I feel like I'm a person that like more aggressive players in my team. Are on the wings and on the wings and the sides and these kind of thing. And the men in the middle, I like them to be a little bit more composed. Yeah. So that is why I prefer Nigel Winterburn over Phil Neville. But people don't hate me. I know Manchester United fans might be mad, but
okay, moving into midfield. I can't see the mid. Actually, let me see if I can see the midfield.
I can tell you the midfield. Well, I don't know who was playing in your midfield.
Where's our pictures, man? We were doing our midfields. We totally gone from that, innit?
No. Look at how pictures come there, man. They can pop. They can show people what Tony Adams look like. People who didn't know what Tony Adams look like, they can show them. That is Tony Adams, the big guy. You know what I mean? Man used to run at men, the big guy. You know, if we're talking about midfield, we gotta start with Roy Keane.
Yeah,
Because Roy has to
hold on.
start.
Let me shut. Hold on. Let me go back to the screen again. Hey, mods, do your job, man. Can you not see someone spamming in the chat? Do your job, mods, man. Come on. Do I have to do everything? Come on, mods. Someone spamming, yeah? Time them out. You can't get the mods these days, bro. Okay, so Roy, just read out all the midfielders, yeah, but both teams, and we talk about them, and then we decide, yeah.
Well, from my team is Roy Keane, Jesper Blomqvist. I had Nicky Butt, and I had David Beckham. So we already know it's gonna be Beckham and Roy Keane on that right side. Didn't have no argument. It can't
Hold
have
on,
much arguments there. In your
that's
midfield, you had Janberg, you
Vieira.
had Vieira.
Yeah,
No, not Perez. Perez? No, Perez come on as a sub. Hold on.
I
One
can't
sec.
see where's the team, man? I can't see it now.
Emmanuel Petit was the partner for Vieira in the middle of the park.
And who was on the right? Was it Parler? Parler was on the right. Okay,
Ray
okay.
Parlour was on the right, and on the left
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
the other guy.
So we know
Janberg.
Beckham's going on the right, yeah. So let's start from right
Yeah.
to left. Yeah. So Beckham right. And if anyone whoever remembers Beckham, yeah, he scored that lovely curling shot into the top corner, in it. Beautiful goal. And that Beckham was just like he was sourcing back then, innit? Do you know what I mean? He's just coming into his own. What a player Beckham was, man.
Real Becks.
Real Becks. And we're putting in Roy Keane. Let's talk about Roy Keane because Roy Keane, yeah, he was like pivotal to hold on. Did he play in the final? He didn't play in the final, did he?
No.
Because he got a yellow in it. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Because Roy Keane get a yellow in this game in the first half.
Yes, I remember.
Roy Keane was everything that led Man United. He was the eye that everybody came together to form the team. Is the weirdest way to say it, because he used to take all the heat onto himself, draw all the attention onto himself, and dictate to everybody, listen, you need to play up to this level. Everybody used to follow. He's the marshal that led the troops, bro. Without him, there'd be no trouble. All the goals came because men trust that brother to stop men in the midfield. That brother like that on the pitch, bro, you're going to war anytime against anybody. You're not frightened. And we ain't even talk about his footballing ability, because he was one of the best midfielders in the world. He didn't have the pace at some midfielders, but the real ability of the game, ability on the ball, he could pick a pass, he could shoot, and he could tackle.
That's one thing, yeah, that people never used to talk on, innit? Do you know what I mean? They used to like say that Roy Keane was, you know what I mean, he's got the heart and all that kind of stuff, but he could actually play ball. And you know what? He was a physical menace, yeah, but he could also, bring the ball down, play good passing, and he can actually score a goal as well, a decent goal as well. He scored some nice goals in his career, man. Some really nice goals. Because listen, I've been around for a little while, yeah. You know what I mean? I've been watching football from the 80s, yeah. So I'm not no spring chicken when it comes to this. I might not remember everything that happened, you know what I mean, back then. But I do remember, you know what I mean, Roy Keane, for you guys, just being a menace, innit? Just being an absolute menace. Do you know what I mean? Captain as well. Those were the real captains back in the day for me. Man like Roy Keane, Vieira, you know what I mean, Tony Adams. You know,
Bro,
those types of characters, you know what I mean, were just really just, you know what I mean? Those were the
yeah.
real men back in the day. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Real ones is no real ones, if you know what I mean. Real ones is
I'm
no
telling
real
you,
ones,
bro.
if you know what I mean.
I'm telling you.
Because that,
Hey,
in that picture
you
there
got
that you
someone on your team, you got someone on your stream that's spamming up the place, you know, but it's up to you whether they're not being offensive, but it's up to
or
you.
nah, they
You
don't
know,
be. Or that's Pras, not K. He mad, bro. He don't like Amarim. He don't like the Glazers. He don't like any us. So he just mad because he's like they all responsible for why we doing what we're doing. But Prasy, Broski, we talking about the good old days, bro. Get with the program, yeah, bro. Fix up,
definitely,
fix up,
definitely,
fix up.
definitely, definitely.
Big up
But
to everyone in the chat.
yeah, Roy Keane definitely a legend. But I want to talk about my legend, yeah, because he's definitely getting into the midfield, and that's where's the pictures, rude boy? Bring him up. Bring him. Have you
Oh,
got the
Vieira.
picture?
Hold on, hold on,
Yeah,
hold on. Bring
bring
the
up the
Vieira
picture.
picture.
Bring up
One
the
sec.
picture.
Hold on,
Bring up
hold
the
on.
picture.
I know I was looking for that Vieira picture, bro. Because I thought I bring it in already. Just wait 1 second. Go ahead and talk now, bro. I'll find the picture.
Yeah, man. So this brother Vieira, man, and you know the worst thing as well, yeah, is that he didn't stay at the club long enough for me. You know what I mean? This guy was just technically levels. You know his signature thing is where he used to like lift the ball over a man's head, control it with his
Mm.
chest, bring it down, and then run with the ball. Yeah, this guy could finish. He can tackle. You know, he can read the game. Great in the air. He was an all round player to me. You know, what I mean, he had everything. As a CM, DM, whatever. He can do everything on the pitch. You know what I mean? And I wish, do you know what I mean, he would have stayed longer. I think he's got a World Cup in it. He won a World Cup. I think
With
he won
France, 98.
two Premier Leagues, I believe. I think FA Cup as well. He scored the penalty against you, man, in the FA Cup to beat you. Remember when we just bloody stank out
That's
that
not the FA Cup we're
final?
talking about, bro. Forget about that.
Okay,
This
yeah, yeah,
FA
yeah,
Cup,
yeah. We're not
focus.
talking about it. Yeah. I was just
Yeah.
giving reference. I was
I
just giving
understand, but that's
context.
not today.
Yeah, but let's if you okay. So I was thinking about this argument, yeah, and
Mm.
we can debate this, yeah, between the two guys. Let me just put Vieira in the in the mold, yeah. Let me put Vieira here. And Vieira is famous for wearing this shirt, man. That trick. I should have just done their surnames, man. Arsenal. I should have just done their first names, but it's all right. That midfield right there, sir, killing all teams it plays, brother. That you see that midfield of those two men in the midfield, yeah. Don't even come out on the pitch because them man are gonna eat you up. Pause. Them man are Patrick Vieira and Roy Keane together. You're
Bro,
gonna
that's
need a
that kind.
shotgun. You're gonna need a shotgun.
Bro,
But
you need a shotgun, huh? You need
and
a bomb
can,
squad.
can you remember? I know we're just going off topic. Can you remember them when them both had to talk? Like they had to sit down and talk. They still was uneasy with each other, you know. They don't
Bro,
like each other.
no, well, I mean, they respect each other, you know, but
Yeah,
they see the physicality and the emotions of facing off against each other so many times. It's just one of those things, bro. And you know, it's like, what can you say? What can you do?
yeah,
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's not easy for you to get over them kind of emotions after dealing with it for so long. It's like having an adversary, and that adversary has always been your adversary. You know them ones there.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
definitely.
it's one of those, bro.
But my question to you, yeah, and I was thinking about this earlier because I wanted to ask, like, who in your opinion was the better player in your opinion?
Roy Keane. I will never betray Roy Keane, broski. You don't
But
understand.
but
It can't. It won't happen. You
but
know.
in terms, okay, so this is my thought. This is my thought process. Yeah, I think Vieira was the better player, but I think obviously Roy Keane was the more successful. Obviously, I think technically Vieira was much better. If you see some of the things that Roy Keane couldn't do, some of the things that Vieira done, but Vieira can do everything.
Nah,
that Roy
bro.
Keane does.
No, I'm not having
100%.
that.
Brother, have you seen the physicality of Vieira? 6
I
foot
mean,
two,
when it comes to
6'2", 6'3".
physicality, I feel like there was equal. I feel like there was
No,
equal
no,
on
no, no, no.
physicality, bro.
No, but
Because Roy Keane was feared. He was
of
feared,
course,
bro.
of course,
Yeah.
of course. But in terms of ball playing and with the ball at his feet, Vieira was level.
Well, yeah, Vieira probably was better on the ball
Technically,
than him.
I'm not talking about success because obviously Roy Keane, he done the treble, that just speaks for it all. But Vieira to me, and I'm not doing a bias thing because I actually thought about this, yeah. When I thought about the all-round better player, technically, yeah, I thought Vieira was better than Keane.
Big
But
up
we
to
can
Ricky
debate
Red in
it.
the building. I could see comments. Sorry, bro.
Sorry?
I was just telling Ricky Red I could
Mark
see the
can't see the
comments, no, bro.
comments. No one
Yeah, I
can.
could see the
What's
comments.
going on?
Eh?
No one can. Can you see these comments? Can you see this?
Yeah, I could see the comments, bro.
I can see. I can only see 922 box 606. The best opponent, Roy Keane, was Redondo or something like that. Okay, let's go back to the screen.
Fernando Redondo. Yeah, I know iBox saying that.
Yeah? Huh?
I know iBox saying that.
Why can't I see the screen now? Hold on. Okay, so on the left-hand side, who was it? Thingy or Blomfist in it?
It
Was
have
it
it have options, but I put in on my substitute. My substitute will start.
Nah, we can't do. We got to do starting
brother.
11. Brother.
Ryan Giggs has to start. He scored
But
the winning goal.
but he wasn't in the starting lineup, brother.
Brother, he scored the winning goal. He have to start. It had nobody going on.
Hold
Listen,
on.
I know. Bro, listen, I know you want to put Emmanuel Petit there. I know.
No. He's not going on the left. He's not going on the left.
He's trying to put Janberg there, but bro, it has to be Ryan
Hold
Giggs.
on. Are we? So what? We're putting in substitute players as starts now.
The man is the game winner. He has to play. Blomqvist only start because this was his last season, bro. Blomqvist only start because it was his last season. He was getting grace. I love Blomqvist, but Ryan Giggs have to get there, bro. I don't know what you want to say, but Ryan Giggs going there.
Ryan Giggs there.
Giggsy.
There's Giggsy, yeah.
Must put Giggsy in the building. Box, you know what I mean?
How many games did Giggsy play for United? There's a lot in it. 600 in it. Is it 600?
I think it was 611 or something like that. Could be a bit more, you know.
He wasn't really a goal scorer, and he's more assist king, isn't it?
Assist king, yeah. But when you need a goal,
he was.
Giggs is there.
Yeah.
That was it. You see, there's the kind of things, yeah. Man United had so much players that when they needed a goal, it have about 6 men. You don't know which one going to pop up with it. Now, you're hoping your 6 men could pop up with a goal. Yeah, I mean, to go from Ryan Giggs to men like Dorgu and Cunha is a fucking drop off in the air. Listen, you drop off the map, you know, you fall off a cliff. Brother. Wild.
All right, okay. So out of the forwards now, can you just name the forwards for both clubs, please?
The forwards of both clubs would be, for your club, would have been Dennis Bergkamp and
Anelka.
the other guy name? Anelka, Nicholas Anelka, and Dennis Bergkamp would have been your strikers. And for my club would have been Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
He didn't start.
Sheringham.
Did he start?
He started and Teddy Sheringham. Because Dwight York as well as Andy Cole played the Champions League that midweek.
Oh, okay. Boy, you know what? For me, I'm taking my strikers, brother. over your strikers. Even though I rate both of your strikers, I'm definitely taking my strikers over yours.
That's so weird.
Nicholas,
That's so weird. That's so. No, 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 no,
Bergkamp,
no. Listen,
Bergkamp,
yeah. I could hear you with
Bergkamp was.
Burkham starting for sure. You could put Burkham there because we know Burkham elite. Yeah.
Mm.
But don't even try it with Nicholas and Nelka King.
Hey,
Because
what you telling me, You
he,
telling me Nicholas and
brother,
Elka weren't at levels?
brother, listen to me. You don't want me to do it to Nicholas and Nelka tonight, bro. Because I will rinse him.
Please do.
Nicholas Anelka was better for another club, King, than he was for Arsenal.
Yeah, he didn't stay at us long though, did he?
So don't try to tell me the best years of his career, his
Didn't
performances
he win a Premier League with us though?
Yeah, but he wasn't the guy, bro. He was never the guy. He come in and had some good moments, or they always hope for him to show his level.
Hold on.
He was never that, bro.
How many goals did Solskjaer score and Nicholas Anelka that season?
Brother, Solskjaer have more goals. I can't recall the exact amount of goals, but I'm pretty sure Solskjaer had more goals because that brother that season, every time he came on the pitch, every time he came onto the pitch as a sub, he scored a goal. And in some games, he scored a hat trick.
Okay. Let's put Bergkamp
that was
in.
That was bound to score all these super subs Solskjaer, bro. You're playing now.
Let's put Dennis in first, yeah, because
of course Dennis Bergkamp goes in there.
Well,
I would argue that I would argue for Teddy Sheringham because you know
over Bergkamp. Over
Anelka. You mad or?
Yeah. I could argue that.
I would argue for Teddy Sheringham over Anelka, and I would say the substitute striker to replace them coming on the pitch would be Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
You know why? I don't want. I could argue that, but I don't like the way he treated Andy Cole. You know. I don't like the way he treated Andy Cole. You know.
Yeah, well, York didn't treat him any nicer. Huh? York didn't treat Sheringham anyway nice at all.
Oh, look, what's this, man? What is this? Big up to Tony Claude in the building. Do you know what? I can have that Sheringham argument though. Definitely can have that Sheringham argument because
big up to Claude in the building.
Claude in the building, my brother. Big up.
No, but listen, yeah, we could talk about Anelka. But Anelka was better for another team. He wasn't really at his peak powers for you.
No, but we're talking about this Arsenal team. We're not talking about other teams.
So well, if we are arguing about
Sheringham was better at Spurs than he was at Man United. How about that?
But then we go into Solskjaer because both of them.
No, we're not. Because
Solskjaer
was a super sub. So
he was better than Anelka that season. Even if Anelka was a starter, bro.
I need to see how many
goals. And don't tell me.
Hold on. Nicholas Anelka.
And don't say I trying to hate on Nicholas Anelka. Because I thought Nicholas Anelka was a big striker.
Yeah. Let me see how many goals
he just never delivered at Arsenal, bro.
Are you sure?
That's in a while, bro.
Hold on. He scored 17 Premier League goals at Arsenal in 99. Let's see how many Solskjaer scored, yeah? Ole Solskjaer. Right, I don't even come up how many goals he scored. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
But that's all weird. What did you say? In 1999, he scored what?
17 Premier League goals.
For who?
Arsenal.
No, not in 99. Yeah. In 98, 99. In
98, 99. Yeah.
I was like, because I remember in 99, 2000, he was in Spain.
Yeah, but I'm just telling you how many he scored. I can't see how many Ollie scored, but I don't think he scored as many goals. He definitely never scored that many goals. Let's see how many Terry Sheringham scored, yeah? Terry Sheringham's probably scored more, but let's have a look. Sheringham. Um, 18, so he scored one more than he scored one more goal than Nicholas Anelka. And Nicholas was a youth them times there, yeah.
But Jesus,
I'm just saying that. No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying the level of comparison. No, I'm not putting him in. I'm not going to put him in, but I'm just saying for Nicholas Anelka to score 17, one below Sheringham, that means he must have had a very good season that season. Do you understand? So you know what? I'm going to put Sheringham in. You know. I'll put him in.
Uh,
This ain't about. I don't care of how many United players are in this team because you lot went on, to have a very successful season. This ain't about being biased or anything like that. I wanted to have a level thing. Wanted to do a level thing today, innit? So that starting 11, yeah. There's no pace up front, by the way, yeah. It's just built bare creativity up front. So I don't know. There's no player running in behind or nothing like that. It's just bare hole up. Do you know what I'm saying? Kind of thing. Obviously, Teddy Sheringham, great in the air. Do you know what I'm saying? Good technique as well. Outside the box, can shoot left, right, and everything. Midfield, you got Giggsy, Pace, Vieira, Roy Keane, monsters in the middle. Beckham, technically sound, right foot, benders, bend it like Beckham. Winterburn, sound defender, very good, up and down. Yapstam, we know, is a beast of a defender. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, very good. Tony Adams as well. Gary Neville. That team is a solid team, King. What do you think about that team?
100% a solid team.
Beautiful team, innit?
Very, very good team. Oh, by the way.
And the goalkeeper, sorry, Schmeichel, world class.
World class Schmeichel in the building, bro.
Bad
world
boy.
Class Peter Schmeichel in the building. A bad boy. Yeah. And I mean, my favorite player in that whole team there. Yeah. He come on as a sub in the game, eh?
Oh, Giggsy.
Because he's not on that team. No, Giggs is my dog, but Paul Scholes, the greatest midfielder in the history of the Premier League.
Did he come on?
He came on as a substitute in the game.
Did he?
Yeah.
You think Paul
he came
Scholes
on for Nicky Butt? That was his substitution. For the whole season before he became a starter, he used to come on for Nicky Butt.
I did like Paul Scholes, to be honest. We'll post this screenshot up onto the YouTube post and wherever, all socials, so you guys can have a look and debate over it. I'm just gonna remove it now, yeah. Do you know what? Choosing that team felt quite nice, because we planned this thing a while ago. And I thought today would have been fireworks. But it just goes to show that there's a respecting, even though, you know what, yeah, Man United and Arsenal used to really hate each other bad. And I think there is that element of hate still. But when you get older, innit, it's a different type of level, innit, kind of thing. Like, you can have conversations and stuff like that, man.
Well, of course, I mean,
you can't take away, you can't take away, you know what I mean? They won the game, they deserved it in the end. And they went on to do something that Liverpool haven't done, that I can't remember anyway in my lifetime. A league title, a FA Cup final, FA Cup, and the Champions League. Was it did you not play Bayern in the semi-final? Is it that one? Where was it Solskjaer that came on and scored that goal? Yeah. Against
big up to my boy Schmeichel,
Yeah,
a big moment for me there,
Who's the Bayern Munich goalkeeper again? It was
Oliver Kahn.
Was it Oliver Kahn?
It was Oliver Kahn.
Right. I remember the goal as well. He's kind of like stuck his foot out in it. It's come in someone's shot or something, and he's kind of stuck his foot out in it. Scott Solskjaer.
Yeah, he's gonna
for the goal. Yeah.
That was a tough one.
That must have been a good year for you, brother. How was the feeling when you won the treble that year, brother? Tell me the euphoria and
first
everything.
of all, that year was the first time I see the UK. And then that was like the first time, and then after I didn't see the UK for like about 10 years.
You feel a cold, yeah? You feel a cold in the UK, yeah?
Yeah. You must be there for the parade, I never see a parade. I never see so much people in my life, bro. I'm from a small island, bro. You don't see that amount of people. Even for Carnival, it's plenty of people, but that was different, bro. It was like, can't breathe in that crowd. You know what I mean? Yeah. All you get, as far as the eye can see, bro, is crowd. And that, is unbelievable spectacle, bro. I don't think it had any spectacle like that. Even not even when Man City won the treble, they had half as many people there in the streets. It was wild. I mean, not to disrespect Man City, I just think that they didn't have the fan base to really give that kind of pour out. And to be fair, I don't feel like it felt as organic as the way Man United did it. Because remember, Man United did that after coming back from the situation with the Munich disaster some years
Yeah,
before,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and the
yeah.
struggle and all those things, and being that team that really pushed for European football in England for English teams when nobody else was willing to dare to take the risk against the Premier League and go and play
Mm,
in Europe. It was one of those things like it was like hard fought, hard worked, hard, well deserved. That kind of thing. And I don't. I hopefully that will, maybe my kids and other and the youngsters nowadays might get to experience something like that in the future, because right now it looking like people might be mad at me, but under Ten Hag, you had a feeling that if we could get things right, maybe in the next couple of years we might be going back to that. But with Amarim, you don't know when that might be. You're hoping that he might get it
why
right.
not this season? Why not this season? Get into a Champions League place, and then who knows? Take it from there, innit?
I mean, the only thing is you can't really depend on this manager to get a result. It can depend on Arteta to an extent to get a result from a game. Like, you're going into a game, you don't know if you're at your best. You know this team good, but you should get up at least a point, if not 3 points. Bro, if we depend on getting a point, we will most likely lose.
That's crazy,
This man is lose games from our is bro. This brother is lose a game in a matter of 2-3 minutes, king, with substitutions. Yeah, it's like everything going good, 1-0 up, and all of a sudden 5 subs. Who does that? I never see that, bro. I listen, yeah. I ain't a young brother, but I ain't a old brother. Just midlife. I in the middle there, yeah.
Mm,
I never see it in life. I never see a big coach make them kind of decisions. And in certain games, and especially when you know your team kind of fragile, there's no possible way you're making 4 defensive substitutions in a game. With 10 minutes to go, you're mad. That's madman thing. That's foolishness. And I really don't like the fact that this manager seeming to be learning on the job like Dogu. You know what I mean? This is Man United. Yeah, bro. I want the best of the best. And if you don't really show, and a lot of people, including myself, said, let me give him last season to see what he could do. We know we changing the style. Our plays a whole different formation, whole different way you go and build up on all these things. I say to myself, we need to give him that season. But when I really analyze, you inherit a team 4 points from fourth. And after 29 games of being coach, he was 36 points from fourth. Brother, I have never seen that in my life from a manager who come in the middle of a season. I never see a manager drop 4 points to go to and add 32 to it. I see lots of managers come into teams and lose couple games, finish fourth, finish sixth, finish ninth, finish seventh, not 15th.
that's crazy, bro.
Bro,
That is
it's
absolutely
crazy.
crazy. That's absolutely
In
mad.
one season, yeah, you have to add up 2 managers. You could pick any 2 managers and add them together, right? And this guy still have more league doubles done on him in one season than any other manager since Fergie. Even more than Fergie, he have league
Mm,
doubles in one season. And we know Fergie had a difficult first 5 seasons, but
mm.
he didn't have league doubles like this guy. And this is what stressed me out with this manager, because he don't learn. That's what that says to me. How could a manager beat you twice in a season in the same year? That's mad. You know exactly where you come with the last time. So you're supposed to know how to counteract that this time. And you're supposed to have something to surprise him with that on top of that, if you understand what I'm saying. But this guy, like, he don't he believed that he could do the same thing and achieve a different result because it's a different day. And that to
Insanity,
me
bro.
crazy. This insanity. That is blatant insanity, because broski, Ange Postecoglou beat this man 3 times back to back, King. And each time the team was weaker than the first game. So the first time he played a full-strength Spurs and lost 2-1. The second time he played a half-strength Spurs with 4 players injured and lost 4-1. The third time he played a third-string Spurs where almost 7 players was out injured. And it was substitutes and reserves. And he lost 1-0 in the Europa League final.
But
And
these
then
are
telling
bogey
people,
teams, though. That's your bogey team, though. That
bro,
you
it's not a bogey team, boy. That is a bullshit manager, King. That is a bullshit manager, King. Let me tell you something, bro. How you lost to a Floop's goal? The ball fall off a shoulder, off the elbow into the net on the 13th minute of the game. And for 77 minutes, boy, you can't get equalizer. You have no one. You bring on Garnacho with 12 minutes to go and expect to win. If everybody and God know if Garnacho come on halftime, we win that game 4-1. We Europa League winners, we in the Champions League, all know life is good. This brother, he wanted to lose. And I can tell you why he wanted to lose, because he realized he cannot handle the pressure of playing Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and the league and winning. He can't handle it. Because he don't have that in Portugal, okay? Yeah. And he might have been very good in Portugal. Yeah. But he was never good in Europe. Let me get it right. He won 1 game against Man City in Europe. He won 4 games. That season before we signed him was the best stint in Europe he had in his whole career as a manager. He won 3 or 4 the opening games, and then he beat Man City. Yeah? And that is what he gets signed for. But brother, people tell me this man develop youth. I only see him ruining youth at Man United. He ruining Kobe. He ruined Garnacho. He ruining every youth he put his hands on. Every young player, he ruining them, bro. I not even keep, brother, where are we? Killer. That man finished 15th, King. And you still want to blame the players for that? Imagine how shit he had to be, right? To inherit a squad with 5 improved players added onto it, but finished 7 places lower than Ten Hag, who had an injury crisis the season before. Imagine how shit he had to be, bro. Think about it carefully. How terrible a manager he had to be. Because we squad Ten Hag that finished 8th, right? We know that season began, we needed new defenders because we needed some fellas with legs in the back now. Yeah? And we needed a little bit and we needed a striker. Yeah? Bro, you could imagine, Ten Hag with this team we have now would have slapped people. He'd be top of the league. I telling you, bro, I promise you. He'd be top of the league. You see, this guy, he don't know how to coach this team to win games, bro. But first of all, Matthias Cunha is not a number 10. And if that is his number 10, and let me be real, even in Portugal, even in Brazil, he don't come on and play in a number 10 role for Brazil. He just play the number 8 role for Brazil, or he's playing on the wing. He don't never play 10. And if he's a Brazilian and you don't play 10, it means the Brazil coach don't think you're creative, boy. And I dislike hearing people talk about playing a player in the 10 role because they could make intricate passing and things. Brother, you never see any intricate passing is basic football, King. It ain't special. Yeah? To play in the number 10, you have to be creative. You have to be able to pull the strings. You know how a maestro just play with puppeteers on a string? Yeah? This is how it is. This is our number 10 in football, bro. Yeah, the description of a number 10 is a maestro. You ever look? I don't know if all you how long all they playing FIFA, right? But back in the days, when FIFA now come out, and you're earning and you're playing with a player, you used to earn these special abilities of the player in FIFA a long time, right? And when you earn the maestro ability, they used to show you a pair of hands with strings. And you could only earn the maestro ability if your player is a midfielder playing attacking midfield in the 10 role. You understand? So I don't understand the concept of football Amorim want to play, but he don't play no players in the position. He want to play a winger as a left wing back and a right wing back. He want to play. He want to play a player who's maybe a winger or maybe a striker or maybe a number 8 in the number 10. Yeah. He want to play. He want to play a number 10 in the number 8 role. He want to play right backs in centre back. You understand? He want to play a left centre back on the right side. Cause Lenny Euro make his name as a left-sided centre back king and a right-sided centre back. But you're playing him on the right side so he could start.
Oh, what's happened to Martinez, man? Because I feel like since Martinez been out since he's been out, I don't know, the defense just looks shaky, bro.
Nah, he just come back in the last game against Wolves. He play a few minutes here and there. He would big up my brethren from Trinidad. You know, it is he's good. Real Trinity boys rule. You know, the flag always in the back there shining. You know, I know
we got silent violence forever, man. Respect from Trinidad and Tobago. That FIFA
big up, bro.
Bring back memories, bro. Yeah, big up, man. Every single time, my brother. Big up to you, my Caribbean cousin.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Because like, I don't know, bro. I old school when it comes to the position in our players and things. I need specialty players in certain positions. I need a number 10 who's a number 10. He's creative. He could.
Yeah, but Bruno's going this. I think. See, the thing is, Bruno's going this season.
I don't know about that, bro. If United go try and take it, bro, what you feel it is?
Saudi taking him.
You know the problem with a lot of people nowadays. That they get into this thing like people have to be rice cakes and chocolates and Smarties and thing, you know, because somebody want to purchase them for more money than the store thing they're worth. Obviously, they go and sell that. The store go and sell them, yeah. Because that's where it is now. People lost the essence of football, king, because club they sell their best player, boy. Back then, big players just retire at a club is a badge of honor, boy. No man want to sell a man.
Did you not send me something yesterday about Bruno?
But as I now go and tell you, Bruno playing out of position in the number 8. Number 1 for chances created. Number 1 for big chances created. Number 1 for assists. Number 1 for plays created from deep. Number 1 for big passes. Brother, the man number 1 in almost every metric, boy. Yeah. And men wanted this to tell me to send this man to Saudi. And that is good football, in opinion. I want to laugh at these people, boy, because they had money stupid. No disrespect to them, but they had money stupid, boy, because since when a big player who's still at the peak of his powers, they had to go to Saudi because Saudi offered him plenty money. When Europe is where it's at. Europe is the mecca of football. The mecca for Islam is in Middle East. You know what I mean? But the mecca for football is Europe. Right? Men and them going to Saudi to play is because guess what? They're not really a big player in the team. They're never going to be that star there, but they could go Saudi and be a big player. One of the best players in that team. Of course. And it won't last long because eventually the Saudi league will improve to a certain level and the players there will get better and better. And they will go there and they'll have to really work hard just like the Prem to be as good.
The people saying to sell Bruno are just trying to steal Arsenal's rhyme book. They want to have what happened with Ozil leaving happen to them.
Brother, let me tell you something. Yeah, I don't know if you want to hear this from me, but Odegaard is a disgrace to the number 10 rule. Yeah, and the fact that all the men want to call here number 8 now, bro, just get rid of he. Just sell he in the next transfer window, bro. I beg you, bro. Yeah, I beg you. Yeah. Sell Odegaard in the next transfer window, bro. Your team will win. You will win the league instantaneously. That is the shit keeping you back. Because guess what?
I know this. I know this.
Odegaard is what Arsenal's fans dream Bruno is. You understand? They dream. They wish that they try to make he Bruno now. Bro, keep it. Let me tell you something, right? No player. And I just want you to understand, it's not about me. But if you call all the greatest number 10s you see play the game, Kaka,
Ooh.
Francesco Totti, yeah, you know what I mean? Men like Thiago, Mata, you talk about Zambrata. So it's a lot of bad boys.
Mm.
All them bad boys have one thing in common. They take risks and they make it look good. Yeah. And when it's that big moment, they just come up big. You know, see Odegaard King. It's Odewa. Where? Where he is? You see him there? Nah, boy. He ain't come today. He on the pitch somewhere, you know, but I ain't see him there. And them thing, bro, let me tell you something, bro. Yeah. If how you could be a leader and you not there to lead the troops, bro. You know, some people think leaders is only tell people what to do. Sometimes the leader just take the first bullet, you know, to show man, hey, it don't hurt, boy. You could do it too. I'm just being honest, bro. When it's a certain man, anybody will follow them anyway into no matter what you did. Because you know them, man, straight up. Nobody in following or the guard into battle, king. When you turn wrong, everybody gone.
Oh man, you're funny, bro. Would you swap Odegaard for Bruno? Probably.
If men mad enough to sell Bruno and all they come in and sign him, all they win the league next season, I tell you. Brother, men want to sell a man. Imagine, yeah, United score about 89, 106 goals last season. And this brother contribute damn near 47 of them. 47 out of 106 come from he. So imagine it, subtract he. Yeah. Subtract he, king. Crazy, we barely score 56 goals, king, last season. And the season before, it was even worse. Yeah, but man, they don't understand. You see, listen, yeah, they don't understand our team is a puzzle. And you can't have 10 men on our team doing the same thing. You only have 11 men on the pitch. Men have to do different things and come together. So, like, you can't have 10 men or 5 men. Let me say you can't have 3 men who best ability is ball carrying. Because they got 3 men now on the pitch who holding up the game, wanting to carry the ball with them all the time. You understand? Then you want to have 2, 3 players who want to score goals. Okay. So when the 3 of them fighting to see who go score, who actually scoring goals? Who? It's like, man, they're modded, boy. They're so modded by the high science, yeah? Of a player could score goals from the wing. Okay, cool. Where's his real role? To get assists, bro, because you have a striker. Why you paying a striker big money, yeah? And then you're telling your winger, go feed him. You try to score goals too. We need you to score goals. It's a waste of time. It's a poor logic and a poor sense of direction. Man, them like Ahmad. Man, them like Dorgu and Cunha. Them brothers will be better off just looking to get assists and thing. And whenever the man them mark off and they have an opening, try and take and get a little goal now and then. If you get 10, 15 assists a season and 4, 5, 6 goals, that's a very good season for you. As a winger, as I'm 10. You know why? Because you create 10, 15 goals for your team, boy. And that is where your importance for. That is what you're there for. The man to score the goals. Guyana, this man say. We don't talk about chicken curry, bro. And as a matter of fact, yeah, you know, it's just shocking that Guyanese people is talk about chicken curry when you know that's imported from Trinidad. You know, it's curry chicken, bro. Yeah, it's always curry first and everything after. Curry beef, curry goat, curry everything, curry first, chicken after. Big up to you, my brethren. And we know about pepper pot, bro. You know what I mean?
Pepper pot, yeah. Pepper pot and everything there. Yeah. I wish you had the problem of having too many goal scorers, though. Too many men that want the goal. Yeah, that's a problem. I need at Arsenal. Big up
I
to
mean,
more Arsenal. Sound like
Broski.
he from Guyana. No, Trinidad King, Trinidad.
Yeah, he go learn. He go learn.
Mm,
A lot of the man them don't understand. You need to have your team need to have a structure. Yeah, then you need to designate the man to score the goals for it. The reason why United was so good under Fergie, because Fergie used to tell them, man, hey, if only to supply that striker, I'll bench you and I'll sell you. Yeah, it's a Trinidad flag,
mm,
broski. You know? Yeah. I don't organize a proper stand fit, but I'll get at any bar house this weekend. And I'll go. I'll buy a proper stand for him.
But you know what? You just gone on a whole heap of loads of monologue, yeah. And cause this is related to 1999, yeah. Would you play? Who would out of this your current team would you play in this 99 team? Who would get into this 99 team?
Nobody, bro. Not a soul. Like at a stretch, man might hate me for this comment as well, too, boy. Right now in this current team at a stretch, I probably put my goalkeeper on the bench. Yeah. I'll probably put Maguire on the bench and Delete on the bench. And maybe I'll drop Blomkis for Bruno. Maybe. Maybe drop Blomkis for Bruno, but yeah, who else I could drop for Bruno, bro? I can't really drop Nicky Butt for Bruno because as a number 8, Nicky Butt better. Yeah. I can't drop it. I can't drop him because again, Paul Scholes coming into that position and he's the greatest midfielder ever. Yeah. The GOAT when it comes to midfield business. Yeah, he can't play DM. I mean,
Carlo Astro Speed, you know. Is that your brethren, yeah?
Nah, that's not my brethren, but that's everybody brethren, bro. That's Ronaldo fan anonymous 100%.
I would say, who would I put in the 99 team as well? Paul Scholes was rated, man. He weren't underrated. Paul Scholes
He is underrated, bro, because a lot of Chelsea
was
fans
rated,
is
bro.
trying to talk about Frank Lampard and this one. Killer. Liverpool fans is talk about Gerrard never win a Prem King. Imagine Steven Gerrard
but
never lift a
I
Premier
know,
League, dog.
but in terms of, and here we go again.
No, in terms of nothing,
No,
he's not level or better than
you not heard what I said. You know, I've had this conversation about the three midfielders already. Yeah, Frank Lampard, he was never as technically good as Gerrard or Scholes. Yeah, but his numbers are sensational for a midfielder.
His numbers are
This guy was
sensational.
doing striker things, bro.
Yeah, no. Frank Lampard numbers was ridiculous in terms of goal scoring. But
technically,
the reason why England never win a World Cup is because it's not because of Frank Lampard, you know. It's because of Frank Lampard. Because England never needed Frank Lampard to score goals. Like, Killer, let me tell you something, right? Man, them. Listen to me carefully, right? Why would you need Frank Lampard to score goals when at that time you had some of the best attackers in football in your team? You need men to supply them men, bro, to find them men. Frank Lampard cannot find them men. He don't have the passing range. And he don't have the vision. You know what he looking for? To score a goal from outside, to shoot a banger. He looking for the keeper to look off
Lampard
to
could pass as well, you know. Lampard
he
could pass as well.
He have a decent pass. But when we talk about passing range, among Gerrard and Paul Scholes, your passing range had to be excellent to be in that bracket, King.
Scholes and Gerrard.
These is brothers who you drop them in any team around the world, and they're looking quality anyway they go, bro. They ain't just good there for a good reason. Like, let me be honest, bro. You drop Frank Lampard into Real Madrid, you know he's just there to shoot from outside, just like a Valverde. He's not really a baller. Like, Frank Lampard not getting on the ball and dictating no game. and making nobody look bad. He just waiting for he clinical. Bro, I can't lie. If I go back and watch Frank Lampard, watch a highlight reel of Frank Lampard scoring goals, just watch him. When he take off running, he have this thing where he's kind of push the ball twice. Yeah? While he pushing the ball twice, the first time he's look up and look at the goalkeeper. And if you're ever watching that game live, you normally see the goalkeeper looking off. Or like he look left and look right to see all the players, and in that moment, Frank Lampard shoot. And the keeper now had a reactor ball coming at him. You understand? But at the same time, he wasn't skillful, bro.
Aesthetically pleasing on the eye. Is that what you're saying?
Bro, I mean, you can't tell me you could put Frank Lampard into that Barcelona team and he go look good. He go look like a bruiser in that team, bro. You can't put he in a Madrid team and he go look good. Same thing with our Bayern team. He go look like he's the DM, like how Paulinho does look. You know, Paulinho does look playing.
Quarterback.
Huh?
Quarterback.
Yeah, probably, but you know, that's how he go look in the pitch. He go look on the pitch like how Paulinho does look on the pitch, bro. You know, he look skilled.
Who?
You know Paulinho, who was
playing? No. Who you saying?
Lampard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when you're talking about a quality midfielder, now listen, yeah, as a man, in certain positions, you could rate them positions by goals. Strikers, of course, are rated by goals. That is their dollar. That is their currency. But when it comes to a midfielder, yeah, Lampard scored plenty goals, but that is not the be-all and end-all of a midfielder, bro. What has he done? What does he do?
Scholes, when it came to dictating the game, was just different. Knew where to put the ball to unlock any team. Yeah. His ball pass. But hey, this guy's just talking about. Have you noticed this guy's just been waffling about his team for the whole how many?
Well, I mean,
or whatever.
My team is a big team that year. My team win everything, you know. So it's like
I hear it.
People get to hear about how good Man United was in that 99 game. I mean, at the same time, you know, they know Arsenal had a very, very good team then. You know, there was Invincible the season before, I believe. If it was the season before, the season after.
No, that was 2004.
2004, 4 years later, 5 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve McManaman was good, but good. It's like, bro, in that year when all they had, bro, listen, yeah. You know, all they had some real good teams. I just think you're real underachieve, yeah? Because that team all they had with Cesc Fabregas and Jose Antonio Reyes and these brothers. When it had Bakary Sanya and Eboué and these brothers playing for your team, but all they underachieve, King.
Yep.
Like that team, you see that team? I remember I lost $1,000 bro. Yeah, and I was about 20, bro, or 21, going to school in USA, bro. Yeah, finishing music school in SAE. Yeah. And I remember betting a man Arsenal go and wipe the floor with that shit with some tide in Europe. I can't remember if it was Bayern or somebody, boy. But that when I watched that Arsenal lineup, bro, yeah, I say, nah, boy. I watched Cesc Fabregas' debut, boy, with a brace. One of the greatest braces I've seen in my life. It's a few braces better than that. I'm 16 years old and men them in. Go and watch a young Cesc Fabregas debut for Arsenal, fellas. Yes. The pants too big for him. The jersey looked like it was really for Vieira, but that is the only size they had to the game it anyway. And then listen to me, the man come on, he pitched like a comet king. You know, crash land on earth, everything stopped, time stopped when he chest that ball, the first chest. You see that first goal? Just me and his back of the net with a boom. And I was like, 16? I was like, nah. Bro, I hated all the game, bro. He and Jose Antonio Reyes, I remember seeing that youth man in the under 17 or under 20 World Cup. And I hear all this sign here. I was mad. I was like, why United didn't get he? This youth man will be real bad. And yeah, he tear it up. I don't know, boy. I don't know what it was with all the Arsenal team, yeah. Some kind of mount or bad juju. But all there was, brother, somebody pray for the downfall every single day of the week without fail, bro.
You know what it was? You know what it was? It was Wenger, innit? Wenger somehow, you know, we played the best football, but we just didn't have. I don't know. It was just that.
You see that team assembled? You see
Eduardo
that team?
as well. Eduardo, when he brought.
When he did get
We
that,
we were going to win the league, you know.
See that, brother Eduardo? I wouldn't lie. You see he? When he didn't come to Arsenal, I thought, hey, I said this year Arsenal could win our league. Yeah. Because when he get on that ball, and he twists everybody, boy. He twists. And it was who break he up, boy. It was this brother from it wasn't Newcastle, boy. It was one of them teams.
Was it Stoke? Was it Stoke?
Or Stoke. It was one of them teams with stripes. Yeah, but all I could tell it was a team playing in stripes. Broke up youth man leg king. Finish him. Mortal Kombat business king.
I was fuming, man. I think I nearly cried that day, bro.
He never come back from that, you know.
No.
You know who that happened to again? That was it. Wasn't only he that happened to. Boy, all they had a real bad luck, boy. Remember, all they get that Mexican youth. This Mexican youth man name, and the same thing happened to he.
Who's that?
Carlos Vela. The same thing happened to he too.
Is it?
But the same thing that happened to Carlos Vela, boy.
It's Birmingham City.
Exactly. Vela. Them get them. Hey, watch me. Arsenal. How a terrible luck when it comes to when you see how they get a Spanish player with real talent.
His name was.
When they get a Spanish player who real talented. Me no boy. Like somebody just pay them brothers to break them up for them, boy.
DRB as well. Remember DRB as well that played for us? Baller, man. We had some real serious talent, man.
You know what's real good for it too? Was like the second coming out boot camp. That Danish strike all they had get here. Who is his name? But all they didn't get nothing to help he, boy.
Who's that? Danish striker?
Yeah, he was Danish.
Who's that?
I mean, not the man. He had a weird name, boy. Hans or some kind of weird thing. Hans? It's Hans?
Bentner,
Nicholas Bentner. Yeah.
The best striker in the world, yeah?
Nah, but you see how go on with Bentner, bro. Right. Oh, they didn't have the right man wrong Bentner, boy. Yeah. Bentner would have be a big striker, but they're not the right man wrong him, boy.
Yeah, man. Should we wrap up?
Yeah. Whenever you're ready, bro.
Yeah, man. Let's wrap up.
What I mean?
Tired, brother. Big up to all the chat, man. Hey, you know, it's been a solid chat today, you know. 25 people in the building. It's been like that all the way through the stream. It even went up to 40 as well. Make sure you're subscribing to both channels. I'm gonna put you can answer this question actually from Boy 10. Boy 10's one of my guys, isn't it?
Boy 10, it didn't have no team that don't get better with Teenage Fabregas King. Like, if anybody tell you they didn't have a team he could improve, tell them I say they're lying. And forget about football. Stop watching. Because Teenage Fabregas, bro, was sensational, bro. Was next level. It don't have a youth man nowadays. And I'll be so real. DJ Gabriel is amazing. But DJ Gabriel nowhere near Fabregas at 16, bro. Fabregas at 16 was a monster. It's like somebody to give you nightmares. If I was a defender playing in the Prem, I would have nightmares facing Fabregas, bro. I'm being real. At that time, brother, let me tell you something. I don't know if man them, when they finish watch this, just go on YouTube, pull up Fabregas brace on debut for Arsenal at 16 years old and watch them highlights and understand why I talk.
Are you talking about the one against Spurs?
It's only one debut brace he had, bro, when he debuted.
The one against Spurs?
Yeah.
When he run from the second from the halfway line, yeah?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
smash
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah,
he
yeah.
and then
Was it
the
the one where he
second ball
turned,
was
just
a
said turn
shot,
and
was a
yeah,
shot, and he shot the fleck off a man and he chest it and let
yeah,
a volley up
yeah,
in the next up in the top bins.
yeah.
Killer, I just watch real football, king. I could tell I read man. If a boy is a big player, he's a big player. I don't care what club yet. I might hate your team, but if he's a big player, I give you respect. And I could tell it that real men
And
deserve to get respect, bro.
that's a real man there, you know, like talking like that. You know what I mean? When you can respect like other players from other teams and not have a bias in it. You know what I mean? That's a
I
real.
mean, banter is one thing, but you know, when you're talking real football, and
Mm.
I mean, at the end of the day, oh gosh, it has certain men undeniable, bro. Like, I grew up being a Totti fan. Like, I wanted to play football
Yeah,
because I
yeah,
remember
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
grandfather showed me a little Betamax. I don't know if men
Hot
know about
potato.
Betamax,
Yeah,
small videotape, so black and white. And I see Paolo Rossi, bro. And you know the story my grandfather tell me, Paolo Rossi was in jail. Yeah. And the Italian president gave him a pardon
yeah,
and they fly him and he come off the plane and land and come on the pitch as a substitute. Italy was down 2-0. And the man scored the fastest hat trick in World Cup history, bro. He had to take Italy to the final. King. Bruh. Yeah. As an Italian fan, King, I just watch real Italian football, bro. Man
Hey,
can't talk to me.
you know what I see the other day? Yeah, I see some goals from Del Piero in it. Del Piero is a player as well, you know, brother.
Yeah, but you know,
Remember
for me,
Del Piero, yeah.
as I like bad boys in football and real men who
Mm.
don't like who can't think, man, like Christian Vieri and people in
Yeah,
Zaggy
yeah,
and
yeah,
thing and
yeah.
these men. But you see
Battistuta and all
Christian
them,
in
man. Yeah.
Vieri, I really
Mm.
like you know, bro. He's the kind of beast mode. You know them kind of one like Mitrovic and them man. You don't run up to
Mm.
them man and play close and them. You just watch it like
Yeah.
and
What about
the next
Crespo as
time he go
well?
and score a goal is a jump kick. Don't let a ball come in the air wrong. He has a defender again. Christian very
Mm.
bad talking because he coming like if he go and score a bicycle kick, kicking in your face. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man.
You don't play with that man, bro.
For real, for real. Who's your, what one of your favorite Italian players?
Too many to name, bro. But I
There
would
is, in it,
say
but who's one that comes to
hands
you
down the best. Totti, bro. Francesco
that comes
Totti
to
was
your
the.
that comes to you straight that you know straight to your mind?
If I had to go Francesco Totti, I always say that, bro. That brother there,
That guy
top
used to do
draw.
some madness in games, man.
Brother, listen. That's why men can't tell me about undeniable because Francesco Totti was so good. He carried Roma on his back for a decade.
Mm.
And Roma used to
Played
go to
till
the
about
Champions
40,
League
didn't
and
he?
yeah. And Roma used to be in the top four and thing because I mean it had other players coming to the team and certain parts and certain times, but that was the mainstay. So when men tell me a man he playing for Wolves or he playing for Bournemouth or whatever, brother, if you're undeniable, you're undeniable. These are things I've seen before. I see big players. You know who's a player from Italy? I feel didn't get a real chance, but would I be probably should have been get more of a chance. You see that you see the Prince El Shaarawy?
Mm.
He's a real prince.
Yeah, yeah. What the one who
He's
played
a
for
Italy. He played
yes,
for it for Milan.
Shar. Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
he
yeah,
was a real little striker, but
yeah.
they didn't carry it to
You
the
know,
World Cup
keeper as
because
well.
he was a prince that year.
Mm.
And that year was the year he should have go to the World Cup. Because he was
Mm.
in sensational form
Mm.
for AC Milan. You know
Mm.
what I mean?
Who's
Bro.
that guy? Is it Spaganelli? What's that guy? There's one guy, a bad boy striker, and I can't remember his name, but he used to score big goals. Is it Spanelli or something?
I
Sound
know
sound like
Spinelli.
Spaganelli, It sounded like some
Yeah, I
food
was
or
like,
something.
what? I know that. Fucking Spinelli. Yes.
I can't remember his name,
Bro,
bro.
people in Zagi, bro. Is he bad boy?
Yeah,
That was one
Inzaghi
of
as
the
well.
bad boy strikers we
Yeah.
had. People in Zagi, bro. Was one of the
Mm,
bad boy. You know
mm,
what I mean? I mean, with our real bad boys in Italy, bro.
mm,
Mostly midfielders. Italy is not really after Vieri and Inzaghi, they were suffering for strikers for a real long time, bro.
mm.
You know what I mean? Like that is Brazilian dude, but he's Brazilian, but he grew up in Italy. But yeah, he don't really cut it, bro. He's going mad too much. You know what I mean? Now we're starting to get had this one called Bernadeschi, but he never really reached his potential. Yeah, Maldini's son is a striker now. He decent, but not really. He's still young. He's only 19. It's a real different players who gain opportunities right now. And think for Italy right now, they have one dude that looking decent right now. I forget his name. It begin with a F. Fatoli or Fatelli or something like that. Falvatelli or Falatelli or some kind of thing like that. But he decent. He pretty might be good. But yeah, Italy.
Remember Donadoni as well? What was he a midfielder?
Donadoni?
Yeah.
Yeah, midfielder, bro.
I remember Donadoni.
Men who used to strike for Italy is men like Monza and Montelli and them kind of things.
Montella. Yeah, Montella.
And Montella. It's a Montelli, Montella, Monza. Yeah. It's a real men who strike for Italy, but Italy, it's been a long time since Italy had a terrifying striker. I don't know why is that though. Because it had a period of time where Italy used to produce a lot of strikers. They was spoiled for choice. And now they don't really produce as much. I don't know. It weird. The football world weird right now, no, bro. Like England normally produce real quality midfielders. And now, no. Bonamarim, bro. He a shit coach. I don't know if
he's trolling you, man. He's trolling you.
I know. Remember, I know what they the other day when I was talking smack about Amarim. Yeah, bro. I don't believe in terrorists and thing, bro. Cheers.
Hey, make sure you stack the likes, man. I can only see 12 likes on my page, people. What kind of nonsense is this?
If 12 we have 30 people watching, we at least must have 25 likes as we're about to close, guys. And of course, I'm pretty sure that you guys would like to see another episode of this. So in the community post of Waffles channel, or if you follow my channel, please drop comments. Let us know which game, which throwback game or year you would like to see and would like to talk about. And we will do our thing. Moving like Gyökeres. Gyökeres is the only man in Arsenal have winning mentality. I see men flexing on the ground like if, hey, brother. The older heads of Arsenal probably watched that and was like, what the hell am I looking at here? You know that kind, you know them ones there? They know them ones there, bro. You know it and I know it, bro. Men like Vieira watched that and was like, and probably was disgusted, bro. He was like,
yeah, definitely.
Like, what foolishness is these men? I think you see Thierry on reaction to them, man, bro. That says it all, bro. When I saw that reaction, bro, I wouldn't like to tell you before you go. And brothers in the chat, sorry, but yeah, if that is the way men go on, I don't feel them capable of winning the league, you know, bro.
Hey, look, my brother.
Big up to Ray Carl Brown in the building. Thank you so much for the contribution. And guys, if you received a membership from Ray Carl, please say thank you. I'm not able to see right now. Let me see if I can get there really quickly before the stream closes and say all those who got the members. Let me see who get the memberships there real quick.
I hope I got one.
Maybe. You never know. Maybe.
Big up to Ray Carl Brown, man. Big up to you though, man.
Yeah, shout out to my big brother Ray in the building.
You must have enjoyed the show, man. You must have enjoyed the show. Let us know a game that you want us to review. It's got to be an Arsenal Man United theme, or it could be any. Do you want it to be any team?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, it could be any year. If you had to pick a season, you really had to pick a season, guys. Because at the end of the day, you know, if you pick a game, you could pick a match. Whether it be a Arsenal match or a Man United match, or Arsenal versus Man United, or Arsenal versus some other team, Man United versus another team, and we will cover it, guys. You know, all these matches where we have the knowledge for it. Big up to Admiral Drex, who received a membership. Stretford Elite Tactical Devils, Jamie Albs, Ashi Zable, and of course, guys, shout out to Ray Carl Brown, the legend of the chat. Big up to all you guys who received memberships and all those who smashed a like and who subscribe because they are new to the channel. And don't forget to check out Waffle Brown's channel, Waffle Don's channel as well. Waffle Brown, yeah. Bro, I'm tired, bro. A little bit exhausted, bro. You know, I just coming from work kind of
Yeah,
thing too now,
man.
so you know how it is.
Yeah,
But
man.
I'll make it nice, guys, and let me see if Waffle might be able to get a membership too. I'm gonna gift out some memberships here and see if you think. Oh, let me see.
Oh yeah, Casaraghi
Boom.
scored one of the best hat tricks for Juventus that I've seen in the Italian league. Yeah. Hey, assemble knows ball. You know, he knows ball. He's old school.
Kasuragi's a big one, but you
Yeah,
know, can't, you know, bro. Some Italy strikers and thing like kind of like this fella Cassano, Antonio
yeah,
Cassano.
yeah,
He
yeah.
was real little, but when it come to the World Cup, he could knock it. You know what I
Mm,
mean?
mm,
And
mm.
he would spend time to talk certain other players and things. He should have spent time learning to deal with the pressure. Because that's what going on with Onana. Onana might be talented as a goalkeeper, but he can't handle the pressure. And that's what it is. You know, a lot of players want to play in the Prem. They want to make the big money, but they can't handle the pressure.
Mm.
And then they want to cry about it. Hey, I real sorry. I don't hear your tears, bro. Because you're earning hundreds of thousands per week. I don't care. Hire, hire a mentalist, however you need to hire. But don't come and cry to the fans, bro, because we never had to deal with players crying to we before. They used to cry because they lose. Because they did all they could and they wasn't good enough. That's what they used to cry about before. Not because they failed to do the best. You know what I mean? And I think that is the difference with football now than what we grew up watching, bro. These brothers is cry because they didn't do the best, rather than cry because they do the best and the best wasn't good enough.
Definitely, brother. Let's wrap up. Let's wrap up. Let's wrap up. Then they go to Arsenal to see their dreams come true. Casualty's got a bad injury, extremely young. Yeah, so you know what? Maybe me and you, Mark, we have to sit down and think about a game or a season or whatever that we can talk about
Yeah,
next time.
we could go all the way from we could go by year up to Invincible, yeah, you know.
Why? Maybe 2000's the next one, then, isn't it? Is it 2000?
No, we are 98, 99, bro.
We
We are
do
99,
99. We got
2000.
99.
We died in
Yeah?
98, 99 now. We are 99, 98 season to go. Then 2000 to then to nine then we are 99, 2000 season to do. 2000 to 2001.
Oh, okay. Boy, I
Yeah.
don't even know if I'm gonna remember all them games, but
Bro, it's
boy,
our real ones. It's our real things to
yeah,
talk
we'll have
about.
to do that, man. But listen, people, yeah, we're gonna wrap up today, man. What a stream today. Legend Mark in the building, and myself, Waffled On. Make sure you subscribe to both channels. If you're watching it back, just hit the subscribe button and watch out for the next thing coming, man. But listen, people, it's been great. Everyone, big up to Igal for the raid as well. Yeah, maximum
Shout out Seagal in the
respect
building.
and all
Much
them things
respect,
there.
broski.
Oh, what was the year Anelka arrived? Oh,
97. I believe it was 97.
97,
Because
yeah.
I think he was at Arsenal for 4 seasons before he left, I think so. I think it
Hey,
was
he knows
97.
better than me. He knows better than me. But listen, big up to Dr. Seymour in the building as well. Listen, yeah, we're gonna take a little. We're gonna be out basically. We're gone, man. People, peace. We're gone.